Welcome to Powerful Impact Podcast. Today I have God is here with me,
Oh,
Hey
all the
guys.
time.
and,
All the time. I deal
and
with nutcases over here all the time. I got I'm half black and I got the half white side all the time. I'm dealing with it all day.
we have our special guest. Lil Dap. This is too good. I'm not starting no.
Don't worry about it, baby girl. This is every day over here. This is every
And
day. This is
this is the
it's so much every day. I gotta be 1 minute I gotta be on my Black Panther shit. Next minute I gotta be like, y'all better leave me the fuck alone.
and how you been,
Want to
God?
come down here and talk about that sounds unrespectful. What the fuck you talking about? That sound unrespectful. Listen, I don't talk white. Get your ass upstairs. Talking that crazy shit. Fucking with me in my interview. I throw this liquor on you, son. My stomach hurt.
Oh God.
My stomach hurt.
Welcome to Powerful Impact
Because I gotta deal with
Podcast.
this
This
shit.
is SP, and we have Goddess and special guest Little Dap.
Hey guys.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good. How you doing, Lil Dap?
I'm doing all right.
You
You
doing
know.
good?
Yes, I'm running
You in
from
a
Trump.
good place?
Yes, I'm running from Trump. I'm running for my life.
Start with the questions. Just
I'm just playing, guys.
Okay.
I'm just being a little hilarious, because that's healthy. Good laughter is healthy nowadays, because it's so easy just to slap the shit out of somebody. Just like I was about to do. I had to calm myself. And say, oh, this sounds racist, son. You trying to check me how to talk? Hey, don't worry. The interview started.
This is
So
probably one of the best interviews
I'm gonna
ever.
start with an easy one. For those who don't know you,
Nah, they
where
don't.
you where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn. Actually, Jersey City, Brooklyn, New York.
Hmm. And how did being from Brooklyn affect how
Jersey
you did
City
your art?
and Brooklyn. I was born in Jersey City and raised in
Uh,
Brooklyn.
oh, okay. So what's the different dynamics between Brooklyn and Jersey City?
Kind of same, It's right outside the borough, going through, you just crossing the water. So it's just, the attitudes is a little different, but kind of similar, but a little different, you know what I mean? A little different. Jersey City, New York City, right through the Harlem Tunnel. My grandmother had a house over there, so we was all raised there. And yeah, my mom's, ran in the city and boom, raised us out there, and we took it from there. Yeah, we took that. Yeah, excuse my French. We took it from there.
How did that shape your music?
Oh, it opened up my music. It opened up my music because I'm, being in, Jersey City, the skyline of New York City is right there. So you just always, be like, oh, when I get to the city, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So it just built your character more or less. So my mom's moved and brought us, had us out there, because my mother raised me, but my grandmother raised part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when my mom's was out there, boom, she brought us home, brought us out there and raised us in Flatbush first. I was raised around, in Vanderveer, Flatbush, Brooklyn. And then after that, 1986 or 80, yeah, 86, 84, 86, we moved to East New York, Brownsville area. So from Jersey City and East New York, Brownsville area. And this with group home and Gang Starr things. That's the start.
Mm.
Okay, so how did it start?
That's for my side.
Mm-hmm. So how did it start?
I met Guru when we moved to Brooklyn. I met Guru from a friend of mine, my man Tommy Hill and Gusmo. They brought him
Mm-hmm.
around the way and they was like, we're hanging with some rappers. We're hanging with a rapper. So you figure back in the days in the late 80s, 90s and stuff like that, you dealing with rappers, you know, I mean, it was Big Daddy Kane, Coogee Rap, Everyday
Mhm.
Rakim, XYZ, blah blah blah. You know, you dealing with that. So when they said they had a rapper they were hanging with, and they brought him around the way, and like I said, back, and I say this in other interviews, and I say, Goo didn't look like no rapper like that back then when I met. He looked like somebody on the streets we hang with. If not, had him work. It wasn't no rapper look back then. And you had the chains, the crew, you had the cars, you had the look. You ain't no
Mhm.
rapper, nigga. So when I don't know, when I met him, when my friends told him, "Yo, we hanging with a rapper," I went put my jewelry on. I went bought my. I just bought this little bike that came out, a scooter. It was a scooter. Actually, it was like a scooter back in the days, but it was like a scooter slash motorcycle.
Mhm.
So I had it before it came out. Back then you buy shit like a couple of years before it come out. So if this new bike was coming out and I seen it in the magazine, and I had the bread, I'm gonna get this before it come out. Boom, boom, boom. That's the old school shit. Old school hustling shit. Like I'm gonna get this before niggas even know about it. Boom. So I had one of those type joints, and that's when I rolled up with meet up with my friend Tommy Hill and Gusmo to meet up with Guru because they said they're hanging with a rapper, and I get there and Guru didn't look like no rapper. He looked like some, like I said. So and then I guess he felt my pain at the time. You know what I mean? Because I left. I was like, I ain't hanging nowhere. I'm like, the fuck, man. So I left. And I told my man Tommy Hill, I'm not hanging with y'all for a couple of weeks after this, and blah blah blah, you know, because I
Put
thought
him
he
on the
was,
punishment.
I thought he was like Eric B. Rakim and the rappers that was popping. Y'all niggas say we hanging
Mhm.
with a rapper, and I get there, he's not a rap. He looked like somebody we be having working for us on the street tip. So I'm like, I ain't doing it. Y'all made me pull out my jewelry. I'm a little nigga. I had to take the chance in case niggas try to rob me or whatever. I'm riding my motorcycle. Got my little motherfucking 38 in my motherfucking pocket. I'm like, I took a chance to come over here thinking y'all niggas hanging with a rapper. The fuck, man? I could have went to jail.
So
So
what
I
made
guess
you?
school felt my pain from there. And after that, he kept calling me and stuff like that. Like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm like, why is he apologizing? I'm like, I already knew you're not a rapper. All right, boom. But he's like, boom, he's a struggling artist. He's gonna get out there. He's promoting his music. And I was like, yeah, all right, boom, boom, boom. And then next thing, one thing led to another. He kept calling me. I just picked up the call. Said, yo, what's up, yo? And he was like, yo, I'm glad you picked up. I just wanted to let you know. I guess he felt. I guess we felt each other's energy. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
after that, it was cool, And then I said, okay, come meet me, come to my mother's house. I don't have a lot of people come with my mom's, where so I'm like, come meet me over there. That's like a meetup spot. Come to my mother's house, Niggas gonna do anything, ain't gonna do anything around family, and if that, so then we know what to do. So I said, meet me over here with my family spot. And he came, but he came in a van with a bunch of kids, and some of them had like, like like they got beat up or something or whatever. I don't know. They had some had casts on their leg. Oh no, the girl had a cast on her arm. Yeah, she had a cast on her arm. And I'm like, yo, what you do? What type of work you do? And when he rolled up at my mother's house, because he said, I'm gonna smoke with you and chill with you. I got a break, but I got I'm still on work, and I got the kids in the car. And I'm like, kids in the car. I said, what type of work you do? And he's like, yo, I work with a group home. Not a group home. It was like something like a group home. I called it because I understand that. But I guess he didn't understand with it, but he was working for the government, the system. You know what I mean? For
Mhm.
battered kids and mothers that's on crack and dope and all that shit, and kids that was getting abused and beat up, and like it was crazy. So I said, "Oh, you do that type of work?" And I said, "Oh." I like you now. I like you even more now. You know what I mean? Because I come from that world. You know, I live around. I'm from the street, so I'm around kids like people like that. You
Mhm.
know, and that's how me and him really clicked from there. You know what I mean? And then after that, I said, "Yo, I'm gonna help you out with your music stuff, yo. Now I see what you do. I didn't know you do work like this." And so that got me more. So I'm like, okay, you got a 9 to 5 doing that. I'm in these streets. I'm using my little street money and your 9 to 5 money. We're gonna put it together and we're gonna become a deadly sword. We're gonna run through Manhattan. I can't get in the clubs. So you go in there and I got my little street money. Boom, boom, boom. You make it look good. Boom. And I wait outside with him with the gun, make sure me and him get home right on the train and shit. That was that era, it's the 80s, hip hop,
Mhm.
so, we had to watch one another, you know,
Mhm.
so until we get to our dreams, so yeah, I was that little nigga. I was
You,
with, yeah, that's
you
how
know
you
what's
got Gang Starr. That's why I was the star and just to get a rep because I helped him write that from the we
yes.
was going through in the street.
You know what's dope,
Mhm.
little that story reminds me of, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it reminds me of the parallel of KRS One with Scott LaRock. Scott
Yeah,
LaRock's working in
yeah,
the homeless shelter. He has a
yeah,
heart of gold,
yeah,
wanting to
yeah,
help out inner city youth. But he comes in with a briefcase. He's a licensed social worker. Well, maybe that's not social worker slash case manager in a homeless shelter, and then sees talent in the young KRS One and starts to
exactly.
take him to the
Exactly.
fever in all of those
That's why
places
it's like you
around the same era too, 87, 88. That
yeah, yeah.
same
It's just like, I'm the last we're one of the last Mohicans of the shorties from that era running around and
endangered
being
species.
behind your soldier that has the dream and being behind him and believing in and that because if he make it, we all make it.
Mhm.
That's how we came. Yeah, I come from that era. We make it. We all make it. I can help you, and you. I can help you, and you can help your family, and this one can help their family. Because if one, you know what I mean. That's the era I come from.
All for one,
And
one
a
Mhm.
for
lot of
all.
people I helped out in this music industry, and I say again, a lot of people that's powerful that got
Mhm.
helped out in this music industry. I'm not even gonna put them on Broadway, but deep in their heart, they know who it is. They know who they are.
What I
Deep in
find
their heart, they know. And if I was just to say one, you'd be like, "Wow, you have something." Yes, a lot of people I helped out, and I always told them, "Don't forget about us if you make it." And
and he
look where
didn't.
they at.
And he didn't.
They wouldn't even give my kid a plate of food, nigga.
Mm.
But when I came to their house and when I came to them, they didn't have nothing. But I used my work to help them. But they wouldn't even come and check on it, nigga. See, but that's not. Hey, I don't blame. It's business, nothing personal. But then again, if I help you in my lifetime, I
Don't forget
each
me.
one teach one. It tells you
Yeah.
this in the book of life, in the Bible. Even
Mhm.
the Creator tells you that. So I mean, as far as like helping one another, as far as helping one another, I did that. I did that. I helped a lot of careers helping one another. So yeah, I don't say nothing. I don't let my right know my left. I don't say nothing. But deep in their heart, they know
I'm
what
gonna
it is.
ask
So,
that one thing.
did you?
Oh, sorry, SP. One more question. I just want to say, Guru now, right, comes from a certain level of privilege, right, and status from his father. Comes from a middle class background, right? Alleged,
I've
and
been
is
dealing with this
educated.
all my life.
Morehouse,
Since I met him,
and then he
I've been
comes.
dealing with that all my life.
Yeah,
His family background structure and the power. I've been dealing with that all my life.
and then he comes and he ends up in East New York with all of
Ends up in
this to
East New
go
York.
help people out and wants to do this mission with these lyrics. What do you
Yes.
think his vision was for the group? Was it like to be a militant group, a positive group, a jazzy? What do you think his vision was from the job with the education background in Morehouse? What was he explaining to you in those first months, first year of knowing him, what he was trying to do?
It's
Or
all about passion and knowledge. It's all about talking. Put it like this. I say again, I'm gonna cut the red tape. It's either now or never, and it's all about either if you never believed in something, start believing in it. If you never if you believe in Jesus or you believe in God, whatever you believe in, I say again, whatever you believe in, start believing in it because it's real, nigga. Excuse my French. It's real. So that's the knowledge we were passed on, to pass on the way we're on the phone now. And after this, y'all pass it on. It's real. Now or never. Once you close your eyes, while you was alive. I say again, while you was alive. Try to make peace with everybody. Whoever's smarter than this person, if you're smarter than that, if you can read and write and this person can't, you help pass the work, pass things on. That's our job in life. Because once you dead, you dead. That's it. Ain't no in between. You see it in front of your eyes, people die like nothing. And that's something higher powers let you know. Death is real. Death is real, nigga. You see it in front of your face, you died. Bang. That's it. That quick. Bang. So pass the word regarding, love. Love. Everything about love. It's hard to say that people say they give us love. We don't have the love. People give you love because material things and items and things. That's not real love. We don't even know real love. We know it as a kid when we're young. That's when you really feel it. It's just like having a new girlfriend. You're like, damn, she's so beautiful. Damn, I always wanted, and then you get her. But then once you let everything around, and then you lose her, and then it's love. Just past love. That's it. Love. That's our job. To pass love, and get people to find him. That's it. That's all I do through my music. I don't care, even through my sins. That's my job. We're all sinners. As soon as you wake up, you're gonna sin, nigga. Nobody's perfect. No one's perfect. At the end of the day, remember this: in front of God's eyes, we're filthy rags, like a dirty rag you throw away. So imagine the sin we have within us and the things. So every day, try to rebuild that. Try to build a relationship to change those ways, because a simple words are powerful. A simple word can clean your whole sin, just like you wake up in the morning and you know how to wash your ass. You know how to wake up in the morning and wash your motherfucking ass. You know how to jump in that shower and work and clean your ass because you smell it. All right then. Clean that sin off. That's the sin. That's the smell. Clean that shit off.
Ask me next question.
You like that? Yeah.
I love that.
You go wash your motherfucking ass.
You're not
Boom.
cut from the same cloth.
What the fuck you talking about? You're not coughing. Like, here you come again. Here come the enemy. Here come the enemy.
But you're not cut from the same cloth.
You're Catholic.
Lil Dap.
Yeah.
That continue.
Here come, it's just the enemy
Number
speaking.
5.
Don't worry about it.
Did you and Jeru know each other beforehand?
Excuse me?
Did you and Jeru know each other beforehand?
Yeah, I know him beforehand. I got love for the brother, you know what I mean? Just certain things he do in life, I don't agree with. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise than that, I still got love for him. I have to have love for him. Even though the things I know that's wrong he do, I still got love for him. I have to. I wanna make it to the next life. So yes, I'm not gonna bash him or whatever, but the things he do that's wrong, I have to bash. That's not right. So do unto others as you like people to do unto you. What you do to me, I don't do to you. So yes, I will speak about those things. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things did he do that you didn't agree with?
Not very good. And that's it. Not very good.
5, 6.
But yet, I still talk with you. So who's the bigger man? Otherwise than that, I would have left you alone a long time ago. You know. But you got people that want to judge you on your actions and things in life, but they don't want to speak about theirs. So, people like to keep their dark secrets and leave this earth with their dark secrets. Me, I'm bringing mine to the table. If I'm a piece of shit, you're gonna know I'm a piece of shit. If I'm a drinker, you're gonna know he drank too much. If I'm that, you're gonna know because I'm gonna let you know. I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. I don't get a check for that.
All
These
right, Little
people would
Dap.
rather die with their dark secrets. I don't need. I'm trying to get to the light.
Fair enough. Dap. How did you get the name Little Dap? Was that given to you or did you make it up? And does it have any significant meaning?
I heard it a little that watching the video music box, and then I broke it down. Me and Ghoul broke it down a little. We in the car arguing like boom, boom, nah, 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 boom, boom, boom. Debating, not argument, but debating and what makes sense. And we broke it down a little, and that's what you got today. If we would abbreviate it, I mean, we abbreviated it. Excuse my French. We abbreviated, and then if we would have copied written that back then, we'd be billionaires today. So we were already on our Bill Gates. We were already on our Bill Gates type of movement. Like I say again, if we would have we abbreviated, if we would have copied patent and all that back then, we'd be billionaires today. Because I don't know. I don't know. It was as you see today. I guess the work we were doing and the music we were putting out was touching people. I guess it came from the music we were putting out, touching people with the little. We
Mhm.
were touching people because of the music we were putting out, and it was touching people's hearts and souls.
So, Dap, how does it go from you guys are riding around, building, going to shows, you got his back, to then he eventually gets a record deal and comes out? Is there demos involved? Is there. How does he get on? How do you guys get on into the industry?
Me and Goo was running around a lot. So me and Goo was running around with Patrick Moxie. Peace to my man Patrick Moxie. Excuse my French, but peace to my man Patrick Moxie. He was always on the ball with us, and especially with Google. You know what I mean. Him and Google had that bond, and Google had that vision. Google had the vision. Or Gang Starr wouldn't be here the way it is. And by him meeting up with us, once Google left Boston and met up with Brooklyn, it was a wrap. That's it. We all took it where it needed to go. It's all connecting the dots. I know you hear a lot of things, but a lot of people don't know. I know what I know from being there. I met Gould 1988, the summer of 1988, after he left college.
Mhm.
So
So
it's
he's
different.
fresh from
After
Morehouse.
he graduated from Morehouse University, like his business and business management degree and all that shit. He comes from a powerful background. So I didn't even know about the powerful background he came from. I just knew about college, and I have a lot of friends who graduate from college, and even our family members, even family members, excuse me. But when me dealing with him, I just knew him on the college tip. Later on, I knew about the powerful tip. So things that I need to, you supposed to keep quiet. And it's business, not personal, because we have kids out here.
Take us back to like
Mhm.
East New York now. This is East New York in the late 80s. He comes over here. He's from Boston. You're from right Jersey City out there now. What are the sights and sounds and the feeling of East New York in this time period? We're talking crack era, right? What else is going on in that
At the
area?
time, I'm back and forth, Jersey City, East New York. That era. The 80s, late 80s, 90s, always back and forth, Jersey City, East New York. So it's always been there, Brownsville. So it was serious back then. It was serious. You couldn't talk what you talking now. You die. You surely die. Like and
Mhm.
it was serious. You die. That's all I can say. You have to watch your mouth. That's what I can say.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of people who have become super disrespectful and think you just got to take it, and That's just not how we grew up.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
just, you know what? There's no
respect
more
go a
big
long
brothers.
way.
There's no big brother. There's no more big brothers. There's no more
Mm-hmm.
big sisters. There's no more people. You know what? Our generation, the way we were raised, we supposed to be. It's our fault in a way too, because the way we were raised, we get our ass whipped. Now we scared to touch these You know, so, oh, I know he crazy. No, we had crazier people around us back then.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you talking about? Beat his ass, and that's what we lack. So that's why you see them overpower and doing. It's the devil's work, and it's just like having the Holy Spirit in you, and you know the power. And people who study, who can read and write and study and know the power, they scared to spread the love and the help, and the heal people, the help. They just scared. God didn't put fear in us. That's not him. So you start moving like that and thinking like that, you working for the devil. Me, I'm a civilian. I'm out here. I'm like war right now. I've been out here a 3 generations. I'm probably the last Mohegans of the little niggas being out here. Nah, they gonna have to kill me.
So, how did you how did you connect with Charlie Marotta?
Charlie. Marat, you talking about who worked on EPMD project?
Yes.
Producer. Producer, yeah. Not producer, engineer. Charlie Murata.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hooked up with him. How did I hooked up with the one man Adolf? To EPMD people and all. I mean, my man Aguilar. Yeah, he was working with Charlie Marat. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did EPMD first album and all. I mean, first album, second album. Yeah, yeah. Charlie, good man. Yeah, Charlie did some. Yeah, Charlie was. I had some good times with him working with him. On he worked on some of my work.
Mm-hmm.
On my Tip for the Ghetto album, he did some work on that as far as the production helping some not as far as like I worked at his studio, and the tracks I did at his studio. Yeah. Charlie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine. That was it.
So, did you learn
Goddess, you're
anything?
on mute, Goddess.
Did you learn anything or have any takeaways from being around, all the seasoned musicians that you were around?
Yeah, I've been around a lot of seasoned musicians, I've been around, like, come on, Donald Byrd, doing it
Mm-hmm.
in the park, boom, 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 doing it after dark. Oh, yeah, after dark. I've been, taking Donald Byrd to his job and all that because he was working at a college show that teaching music and all that. So that's
Mm-hmm.
an inspiration for me because my parents and people beyond my parents, they grew up on his music. So
Mm-hmm.
and things in that nature. So that was like a big inspiration. And another person, a friend of mine, my man Bradford Marcellus, being around them with music and jazz and history and things and learning, the craft of music and certain yeah, I had a beautiful run with as far as like what you just asked. Yeah, yeah,
What was it like after Gang Starr dropped Step into the Arena? What was the vibe like?
yeah. It was crazy after stepping in the arena. New gen. The times were changing. At that time, the tunnel was popping. Like it was that time. It was that era before you guys got belly and stuff. Yeah,
Were you on tour with them or were you doing
yeah,
it?
yeah. I was on tour running around. That's how you
How
got group on. Yeah, I was on tour.
how was it like doing tours with them?
Tours was cool, because we all. This is something we all at our point in life. Like, okay, now we here. Now it's time to get everybody out. So that's how you got Group Home, us, XYZ, and people from the platform.
And how about when the second album drops, Daily Operation?
The same thing. Now we're about to drop our own album,
What's it called?
Living Proof. You had J. Rue, Sunrises from the East. Boom.
So
Yeah.
what were the recording sessions like for Living Proof? Did you have creative control?
Yeah, I had my own because I put that living. Let me tell you what Living Proof album is a lot to do. I had to. At that time, you know, it was strong. Premier was doing Biggie album, helping doing stuff. He had Nas first album, like working on that and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, he was swamped. So I said, yo, I got it. Me, Guru, we pressed out some wax. Put some wax up
Mhm,
him or something. So we pressed up some wax while Premier was in the mix of that. So we said we pressed up some wax that had Superstar, J. Wu had Come Clean, and Suge had some
Yeah.
song. He had some Sugar Bear. He had a song on it. It was
mhm,
3 songs on the wax, and whatever popped from these 3 songs, that's what we running with. And J. Wu popped off first, and after him, then Group Pump popped off second, and then
mhm,
Suge he popped off later, but the crowd didn't go too much. But boom, but the 2 main ones were J. Wu and Group Home, and that's how you got it. You know what I mean? If Google didn't press them 1,200 pieces of wax to get it, you guys would never heard of us like that. But that was our
mhm.
blueprint. That was our blueprint.
Do you
With
still
Google on
talk
it,
to J. Rue?
huh?
Do you still talk to J. Rue?
Now I don't talk to them as much. I haven't spoke to them as much. You know what I mean? Everybody else. I haven't spoke to them as much. I be focusing on my music and stuff. Every now and then we probably speak, but I don't really. I haven't spoke to anyone. To keep it real, I'm gonna keep it real with everybody. I don't speak to everybody like that. If any, I'm gonna keep it real. I speak to everybody every leap year, and I say again, every leap year. And that's everybody. That's when every good artist put a good project out every 3 to 4 years. Like good body of work. So I speak
Mhm.
to these guys when it's time to work. Otherwise than that, no, I don't speak to them.
So how did Premier come into the picture?
Mm. We was at Wild Pitch Records, and Ghoul had to do a show. Me, my man Tommy Hill Gusma, and Lord Finesse was up there too. We had Wild Pitch Records in Manhattan, Soho area,
Mhm,
and we go there early during the day. Listen to demos and stuff like that. Just being around the label to help to promote our work and things in that nature. So we at the record label. We're running through the what do you call it? It was a box that people dropped their demos off. So we needed a DJ. Goes running through there. We all running through the box to see with DJs. Boom. So we found his tape. Boom. Called him. Bam. Now you got him. That was a demo mix box. The demo where you sing your demos in the box. And that was it.
mhm.
And that was at Wild Pitch Record. You can do your history on that.
Let
Go
me see. Go
go
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say Gang Starr dropped their album in 1989, No More Mr. Nice Guy. So what was it like for the crew? Tell us what was the energy like,
Oh, it's
especially
love
for
because
women.
everybody trying to make it. That was the energy back then.
I bet.
Come on, you coming from the hood? Everybody coming from where they coming from, and we all meeting up. Yeah, exactly. That was
I
the energy.
I
So what
think
was
that
it like
album's so
hearing?
dope. I think
What
that
was it
album
like?
is so dope, Little Dap, and it's slept on. That first album, it is not
Yeah,
given
that was
enough
the
enough
energy. That was
clout.
the energy. That's everybody. We made it. It's like we
Yeah.
made it.
So
Like, come
Premier
on,
is producing that album, but he doesn't
you
have all
know.
the best equipment, but he does the best he can with what he has to make that album. That album's fire to me.
That album was crazy. That album was a crazy album. I mean, yeah, a very good album.
So, what was it like when you first heard your song on the radio?
Oh, that shit was crazy. At first, I couldn't let everybody know because I still was living with my mother. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I couldn't let everybody know. You know what I mean? When Superstar popped off, me and my man Dino DeValier, peace to my man Dino DeValier. Me and him used to get up every morning around this time, like 9, actually like 3, around 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. And we start hitting all the college radios in New York City, running around New York City, hitting all the college urban radio stations that's playing that underground music. So we would run around and hit and do Papito, all those shows, all those type of shows, and get back up around 9, 10 in the morning, be back at the record label around like 9 o'clock in the morning. Yet we was running around all the way to 4 in the morning. So it's determination, homie. Determination, man.
Drive.
And back
Right,
at work.
goddess?
And
Drive.
back at work like nothing happened.
Boom.
Things just
That
don't.
part.
You got to put work in. Everybody got it fucked up. Now this game right now for everybody, I call it laziness. It's not the real work. I see why Puff talk that shit. You damn right. All that work. Imagine the footwork he had the same shit I'm talking. That's why people like that who put that work in to get what you guys loving and doing today, nigga. The work, nigga be up right now. Niggas gotta be running around while y'all ready. Oh, I'm kind of tired. I just ate and I'm what? What? We look at y'all like them some weak motherfuckers, nigga. The fuck away from me, son. I don't even want to hang with that nigga too long. What? This nigga ready to go to bed? What time is it? Oh, it's 11:30. Nigga, this shit just started. You gotta keep, man, man. Imagine being in the studio putting an album together. It's 24 hours out of the day. You gotta put at least 19 hours in. 19
And
hours
Guru has a
in.
9 to 5 job while he's doing this, right?
19 hours in
And
straight.
he's working a full-time job while he's doing this.
Nigga.
Oh my
No
goodness.
excuses.
So people look at the end of this music shit and they be like, "Oh, that's just it." No, 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 no. It's a lot of work. It's more work
Mhm.
than you can bear. Do you understand? You could be in the studio working, boom, they tell you got to get on the plane and drive it and fly to another country or fly here and there. Imagine your sleeping hours. You're like a robot. I feel sorry for this new generation, the way they working them, boy. Boy, boy. That's my new song called Boy. Yeah, bring it back. You like that
Lil
shit
Dap,
back in the day.
Lil Dap, how did you meet Malachi, the Nutcracker?
Oh, I met him in the hood with Ghoul. Ghoul lived in the Bronx. First Ghoul lived in Brooklyn. Then he said,
Okay.
"Yo, I'm gonna move to the Bronx."
All
I'm
right.
like, "Damn, you moving up? I don't know the Bronx. I know the Bronx, but I don't be up there like that." He's like, "Yo, don't worry about it. I'm gonna let you know." Mind you, we're working on the train system. So he like, just take the A train to the 4 train, pop, pop, pop. So I'm like, ah. It took me like a half an hour to get to the Bronx. I'm up on the train with a 38 in my pocket. Boom. Because I don't know these Bronx niggas like that. So I'm like, I know how Bronx people are. They all hang in front of their buildings and and run their little blocks. So I'm like, okay, I'm coming from Brooklyn. I'm getting off the train, coming on your block. So I got my little 38 in case I ain't trying to get jumped. I'm gonna shoot my way up out of this to get back on the train like some warrior shit to get back to Brooklyn, nigga, to get back home to my territory.
Right.
You see, I broke it down like that. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
you broke
talking
it
about?
down for real.
You want to talk New York City life? I tell you, son. Fuck they talking about. Fuck they talking about, boy. Excuse my French. And I hate to talk like, but I rather this energy and you feel it. That way you can pass it on. Because I used to go up there and meet with Goo. I had to be running through with Dame Dash, you know. Dame Dash used to be out there, his little ass door. I remember all that because I used to be running to the Bronx. I'm a little Brooklyn nigga. Coming
Yeah.
all the way to the Bronx. Ford and Road, 183rd. And all them niggas is up there, slash Bronx niggas, Harlem niggas. So I'm like, and they already know, Brooklyn guys, we have our own movement and I talk. So they say, you guys got an accent. So they say, oh, this guy, I try to hide it when I get to the Bronx and try to act like a Bronx nigga. They'd be like, nah, he moving different. He moving different. And then they'd be like, nah, nigga, you must be from Brooklyn. And all right, fuck it. Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, nigga.
Well, that's what people in Brooklyn used to say about people from Queens, though.
Yeah, but Brooklyn and Queens is like neck and neck. All my women from Queens. All my women from Queens. And all women from Queens had their niggas in Brooklyn. So it's Brooklyn Queens connection. So we already know that already. When it gets to the, that I already know. That's nothing.
Lil Dap, let me get off topic real quick. What's your favorite food to eat?
I eat a little bit of everything. I travel the world. Half of my life been raised in America. Half of my life been raised in Europe. So I eat. Yeah, I got a lot of favorites.
Okay,
I
tell
got
me
some
like your
food.
top
I
3.
got some food I can talk about. You probably don't even hear. I say the name. You probably, but what the fuck is that? Excuse my French.
Tell me. What is that?
Like what?
Any food. Just tell me the top 3 that you like.
Yeah. Overseas. Oh, I have so much overseas. Like,
yeah, your favorite one.
Oh, I can't even put the. Well, I eat the Muslim shit when I'm over there.
Yeah.
He's like,
I ain't gonna lie, I eat the Muslim food over there. I eat more fresh Muslim food over there than overseas. Muslim food.
You like
Muslim food.
Muslim food?
Poland, like the best dish.
Poland was one. Yeah, Poland, and
You like Polish food?
Polish food. What else? Okay.
Do you like seafood?
Polish. I'm gonna get Polish food. It's good, very good. And France. And,
French.
Yeah, French. The French food.
How about the snails? Have you eaten snails from France before?
Yeah, I ate that.
How did that taste?
You ate a snail?
Yeah, I was nice, so I ain't really pay no mind. But the way it was seasoned, it was good.
He said the way they season it. Okay.
So I was in Japan.
Escargot.
In Japan, you eat a little bit of everything in
Oh,
Japan.
sushi.
Because when I was in Japan, I was in Osaka and I was in Hiroshima and Tokyo area. I ate a little bit of everything. I ate some. Yeah. I didn't eat what everybody else eat. Some people was eating things that were live, and I don't do that.
He's like,
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to eat that.
My food got to be cooked.
Yeah, it has to be cooked. Yeah.
Have you ever had monkey brains before, Little Dap?
No. I ain't trying none of that stuff because you have a choice. When you're in those countries, and you have a yeah.
Little snake, little lizard, little dog, little cat.
No. I ain't none of that shit. You don't see a lot
kangaroo
of around in Japan and stuff like that.
Little kangaroo.
Only thing I seen cats that look like they just got away. Like tail was like chopped off. That's what I seen when I was in Japan. Like I just got away. Like you see the tail was like.
I heard there's a lot of vending machines in Japan. Like you can get food from a lot of different vending machines. Like hundreds of kinds.
Let me tell you something. You can get oodles and noodles.
I know. I heard they have so many different flavors.
I did it. I got oodles and noodles from vending machine. I did it already. Yeah, I got oodles and noodles.
I think there's even a museum, like a Roman noodles museum or something like that.
Nah, it's on the street. I didn't get mine from that. I got mine from the street.
You got
Little Dap, you never had no bat?
I got mine from the street.
I got some bat.
Yeah, but I got my oodles and noodles from the street. I was tradition because you're American.
I like it.
Because you like what?
I'll make broccoli and whatever with oodles and noodles.
Shut your ass up. You don't know what you're talking about.
So Little Dap, on the third album, Daily Operation, you make your debut on Wax with the song called "I'm the Man."
Oh yeah.
Take us through that recording session and process. It's one of the first times we hear a beat change 2 to 3 or 4 times during one song. How did that come
Because
about
we was
as
in
you
the
recall it?
studio and we was like, we're gonna do something different. Three people gonna be on a track, rapping on the same beat. Because back then everybody was doing that, was that era. Everybody was doing it like that. Boom, boom, boom. This one jump in it. He said, "Yo, let's change the beat." Boom. That way, when this person come in, a different beat come in. Boom. And when this person come, a different beat come in. They was like, we was like, yeah, let's do it like that.
That
And
was Primo's
boom.
idea or Guru's idea?
It was all of our ideas.
Dope, dope.
It wasn't. It was no. Yeah, it was all of our ideas. Creativity.
Was it one recording session, or did it take different beats, different recording sessions to put that together?
Nah, you got your beat. Go home, practice it. Boom, come to the studio, knock it out. It's a budget. You know, the label paying for this. We trying to save money.
How did you
Mind you, I'm living
feel?
with my mother at that time.
No doubt. How did it feel first time? Because I know it might have been a radio cut, but it was the first time hearing yourself on an official album, right? Released. How did it feel hearing that for the first time?
Oh, it
And
was
a
cool.
classic album at
It
that.
was cool because I was able to help my mother out. I got a little money to help out with her welfare shit. Boom. It was cool. It was cool for me. Out
I,
from the streets. It was a good opening for me.
I got a random question for you. I didn't
They don't
have this here.
understand. I'm on well. So,
Well,
hello.
well.
Bust my bubble.
Old Dirty Bastard style. Return to 36 Chambers. I'm on well. I got a question, Dad. This is just random. What is your favorite Gang Starr album, personally?
All of them. Because I come with him starting it. I come with Goose. Listen, Gould started Gang Starr with Sugar Bear and them in Boston. And I tell you guys, when it came to New York, it's a wrap, dude. When he got with us, you guys love what you love because that's of the pain. He came at the right time to help speak, to help talk to the people. It was pain
Mhm.
at that time, late 80s, going into night. It was pain. It was, it was out. Pain is every day. We got to deal with. We have to deal with pain every day to get to higher powers. But he came at the right time, and you got what you got. You got what you got. Yeah, you got what you got. That's it.
So, let's fast forward. Gangstar, next album, Hard to Earn.
Hard to
You
earn.
and Malachi make your appearances on that album.
Mm.
Um, at this point, are you two group home? Are there plans for an album together or a group called Group Home?
I already had it mapped out when it came to
Mm-hmm.
that. Just like how Google had Gangstar mapped out, I had the group home mapped out. At first, it was called Lil Dap and the group home. Me and Google
Mm-hmm.
had this mapped out, and how we brought Melocott aboard and things like that. It was always been group home has always been mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's always, I structured that. Something like how Google structured Gangstar, I structured group home. We bring the parties among to make it to bring it to the light. We finger point the ones that they need the help for the help to bring it to the light. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is irrelevant. I don't listen to all those lies and this, that, because no, that's not true. Because I tell them, go make another one. If you did so, go make another one powerful like what we have done. Go make another group like that. Now that's truth. But yet you have not seen it. So I don't deal with all that other shit. Excuse my friends. I don't. When it comes, just like we got, like I say again, just like you got Gangstar, the same way with Group Home. We're just messengers, through our music and the words the words you hear. Go was educated, he was educated. Our
Mm-hmm.
street knowledge. You put street knowledge and education together, you become a deadly sword.
What was the recording process like for Speaker Club?
It was easy. The recording pressure was just like I say again, we just came up with something different. Switch up the beat instead of doing it on the same beat, and all the rappers rapping on the same beat. So we said, okay, let's be a little strategic. Let's switch it up. You come with your sound, I come with my sound, you come with your sound, and it came together beautiful. It came good. It sounded good. It sounded different. It was different from everybody rapping on the same hardcore beat. Everybody had their own sound to express themselves. To express themselves.
No, I'm not sure if this is during the same time. I guess it is because it's 94. By this time, DJ Premier is producing for other acts, most notably Nas and Biggie, among others. How does
Yeah,
that
Jay
affect?
Z. You doing Jay?
Yes.
You
Yes.
doing Jay? You doing Nas?
OC, whoever. How does
Yeah.
this affect Gang
So
Starr albums, you and the crew and the people you start to see in the studios? Like, who are some of the studio sessions that you're kind of eavesdropping in? Because Nas is working, Biggie, all of them. Where were you around this time with all of this going on?
I just had to bring everybody had to bring their shit to the table. That's all. Everybody had to bring their A game to the table.
Were you in any of the recording sessions with these artists while they were working on their
Yeah, I was in
debut
a lot of
albums?
I was in a lot of artists recording sessions. Everybody, some of them I was there, some of them I wasn't because I respect their sessions just like they respect mine. In my session, I don't want nobody around because I don't write music. It's off of my brain. I don't know what it is. When it came, everything you hear from group home, this shit is not written. So I leave it the way it is. This is, and what make it so ironic. At the time when me and Biggie was, and I remember Biggie was like, "You, you just like me," and I'm like, "What you talking about?" He like, "You don't be writing no." I'm like, "Nah, I gotta hear the music. That's it." Then I go, he's like, "Yeah, you just like me." So I'm like, and then so that it's not just like it's a lot of artists is like that. Half of the people love Michael Jackson don't even know he's like that. You know,
Not
most
writing
people not
lyrics?
writers. Like you want the
Wow.
ones you'd be surprised.
Just vibe it out. They just
That's just
vibe it
like
out.
Prince. You think he all them instruments he play, he don't read that music. That nigga play that music by ear, by ear. You know what that is? Sound, rhythm, flow, like by ear, body movement. Like it's a feeling. It's some I can't even explain. It's a feeling. Your friend can't even tell you about that feeling. They can lie, but they can't tell you about that feeling. You know why? Because you're playing it through your body, not through
Hmm.
theirs, through your body.
So, what was your favorite bar you spit?
Mm, a lot, a lot. I try. I don't. If I don't have the right words, if I don't have the right things to say or whatever, if I can just peep that type of light with through those words, I did a job. That's how I use my music.
Hmm.
That's how I use it, like a messenger. But if I don't have the right words and the right things to say, but if I can through those words, some type of light come out of it that makes sense, I did my job. That way you can go find that power. That's it.
Yo, so
Uh,
J. Rue the Damager, we talked about him a little bit, but J. Rue the Damager drops his debut album, The Sun Rises in the East. What was it like watching those recording sessions and seeing another group member getting in and into the music business officially, releasing his debut album?
It's just building everybody up because this is something we had already had planned. Everybody had it was already planned. He go first, boom. This one, okay, bam. It was already planned. So you see, this one took off from something we planned. Mind you, we pressed these records up ourselves, Guru and us. pressed up 1,500 records, wax, with 3 songs: "Come Clean," "Superstar," and "Sugar Bear" song. And whoever pop off from there, this is what we fall behind. And
That was smart.
that was it. J. Wu popped off, bam. And then after that, Group Home popped off, bam, boom, Suge. The audience ain't, it's up to the people, which is y'all and everybody. He didn't jump off. So we said, okay, we got you, but we got to keep the ball bouncing. They grabbed these. This is what the audience grabbed. We got to go with the people. And that was it. That's why we here where we at. No bomb book, where I talk about.
Finally, Group Home is next up to bat. Is the pressure on for you guys? Because at this point, Gang Starr has dropped 4 classic back-to-back albums, and J. Rue the Damager dropped, some would say, an arguably classic album. The song Brooklyn Dodgers is blowing up on the radio and video. Is the pressure on for you two to deliver a masterpiece? Group Home's up to bat. Like, what's that like?
I want Kanye West.
Can't, Dap. I can't. Bush hates black people. I can't
do this, man. Where is VH1? I can't do this shit.
And you still running from Trump?
Take your ass up.
Because I understood it.
What you answer?
All right, let's go.
Everything he said.
What?
Repeat. Would you repeat the question?
I just do this on you. And you sitting
the best way that you could.
And you sitting here with me, and I ain't
and I heard everything.
Are you here? I bet you do. You boy.
I'm sorry for eavesdropping.
You're ear hustling. You're ear
sorry.
hustling. You're ear hustling.
Little Dap. Come on, little Dap. Dap.
Go upstairs.
Little Dap.
You're about to be on. Excuse me. You're about to be on punishment.
Could you repeat the question?
Go ahead. I'm here.
So finally, Group Home is next up to bat, because at this point, Gang Starr has dropped 4 classic albums back to back, and J. Rue the Damager dropped, some would say, a classic album. Is the pressure on for you guys to come through? Even though I know it's planned and it's mapped out, do you know for a fact, we gonna swing this one out the park, or is there doubt, or I just kind of want to know the mindset going into this for you two?
We were prepared for that. We was already propped for it.
Prepared.
Shut your ass up. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I'm sorry, but
we ain't milking no motherfucking cow, son.
Wait, what?
What you talking about?
Dap.
Yeah, we was already prepared for it, and we was propped for it. Regarding the situation and our music, we was already prepared for it. This was already set up. So when J. Rue came, like I say again, when he was, he was picked first. Regarding, the people picked him. Would Come Clean, and then after that, me and my man Dino DeValier kept pushing the single, and boom, group. You have Superstar that popped off after Come Clean. Then you had Big Suge after us. The crowd didn't accept Big Suge like that, so we had to follow what the crowd was grabbing. It was J. Rue and then Group Home, bam, and it was grabbed. That's what the crowd was grabbing. We gotta go with the people. The people was that's what they wanted. So bam. And
did you have creative?
That was already set up already. Regarding this is something. Everything was set up. It was part of the foundation. Get your ass up there. And yeah,
Little Dap. So Little Dap.
So for living.
Tell me what to do.
So
Dap, little Dap. We gotta stay focused. Dap.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's get it on.
For Living Proof, who picked the singles and videos to shoot? The record label or you?
Me. How they gonna pick it? They were living they were living up in motherfucking. Oh, they were living good. They were living the way we were living. They couldn't pay tax.
So wait, did
They
you
live way
guys
better.
have?
I'm by my mother. I'm still
Did
around the
you
closet.
that? Did you have creative control, or was Premier and Gangster at the controls
Yeah, they
of
had to create the
creative?
control.
Oh, they did. Okay,
Who's that?
you had to trust them.
Ain't nobody ask you about your motherfucking daddy and his farm. All right, you
I'm
know,
sorry.
damn.
You're out of your league
Out of your league,
with
what?
that.
Your side, take your ass.
Do not.
You bet.
Don't go there.
Oh, go
This
where?
has nothing to do with that.
Get your monkey.
I am not what like you. Nothing like that.
Oh, really?
No, I don't think like you.
Oh, really?
No.
Dap. Come on, we gotta stay focused on the interview, brother.
You see where you at? So get your monkey ass away from me.
Come on, Dap.
Alright, I'll just be quiet.
You better shut the fuck up. You better shut the fuck up. Okay, fucking with me.
I apologize for.
Oh, pirates. You just like you see motherfucking Jason.
Stop.
Leave me alone, son.
Yeah, I leave him alone all the time.
Yeah, gas, son. I'm in the hood. Boy,
No,
he's
not.
fucking hood on, boy. Oh no, he's not. I'm in Beverly Hills. He's in Beverly Hills. Don't make it look like.
Oh, that's the Gang Starr song. It's personal.
Fuck that shit.
Yo.
So
Get your monkey ass out of here, boy. I throw this liquor on you, son.
P,
Yeah,
got a question?
So what's your favorite song on the album?
Master Pill.
No, but that's Gang Starr. But your joint.
Oh, on my album.
Yeah, that's what we talking. We talking about Living Proof.
Oh, Living Proof. What's your favorite song on Living Proof? I'm gonna give you this one.
What is your? They're asking you.
Superstar.
What is your favorite song on Living Proof?
Superstar.
Yeah, that beat is crazy. That beat is crazy.
Okay.
Some would say that Premier Dap. Some say that Premier, some of his best beats are on that album, best production. Do you agree? And why do you think that is?
His work. He has good work. I mean, at that time, Premier has good. We all, like I said, we all came in this shit together. So
hard to earn.
Yeah, we came in this shit together.
It's hard to earn. Yeah, a lot of people say that's Primo's best work, best produced album out of any of them, which is like, whoa. I don't know if you've heard that before, but that is the talk of the town. It seemed like he put his heart and soul into that. I guess he really wanted to help y'all at the time.
Ooh, you always have to put on,
Yeah.
So were you around when Guru recorded any of the Jasmine Taz albums?
Yeah, I was around all that. I played on that album.
You did? What did you play?
I played drums on Down the Back Streets with Donald Byrd. No, with Roy Hayes. Roy has Donald Byrd. Yeah, Down the Back Streets. Yeah, on the first Jasmine Taz album. The first album, Down the Back Streets. I performed on that. Yeah.
So what did you take away from those sessions?
I took a lot. I learned. I learned being with Donald Byrd and all that and things in that nature. Donald Byrd taught me a lot. He's taught me a lot. He taught me a whole lot. I learned. So Donald Byrd was like one of those artists that, and my mother used to listen to him. So he taught me some stuff. I didn't even know he teaches at Queens College, so I used to drop him off from the studio session with Guru and drop him off and all that. And I'm like, wow, we're sitting in the car, he'd be telling me everything down the bird. He'd be like, hey, I used to play my sax and my sugar cane. can't now. I'm like, what the hell you talking about shit? But I guess whatever they, you know, doing to play their music. But, you know, you know, I learned a lot. Then we go on that note when the jazz playing tech with them with jazz players and things of that nature. That was real interesting. That was interesting.